4 years ago, there was an experiment conducted with chickens. Chickens were put into a cage and stuck into the cage for half a year. One day, the gates were opened to the beautiful green grass. The birds were singing, the blue was sky, and it was amazing. The chicken went out of the cage, and what do you think happened then? They went straight back in again. I call it the chicken cage syndrome. And right now I see 600 beautiful chicken cages in this room. Sorry. But the reality is, we, you and I, are afraid of change. Oh, in fact, that's not right. We're afraid of the unknown, and that's called change, right? So the chicken cage syndrome is fascinating. I want to share a philosophy with you regarding the chicken cage. So if you imagine you see 4 chicken cages from above. Here's one chicken cage, here's another, and here's another, and another. Now, this is a question for you guys. Here's the gates, they're now being opened, right? You see everything from top. Where would you place the corn to get the chickens out? In the center, you're saying? Is that you said that? Wrong. So why is that wrong? I'll tell you why. Do you remember when I asked you a question just about 30 minutes ago? I said to you, how many of you are deeply irrational? I looked at you when I asked that question, and you did this one here. We want to comply with other people, just like Amy didn't want to do it. So what happens is, if this corn is that far out, the chicken will look out, it will look at all the other chickens, and conclude, go back in again. But if I, on the other hand, place a little piece of corn here, the chicken will go out, take the corn, enjoy it, and go back in again, and then it will take another corn, and suddenly you can get the chicken out. Why do I explain that? Because the reality is that when we talk about long-term visions, it's nearly impossible. Because we have no patience whatsoever in an organization anymore. You can't even concentrate listening to me right now because you want to check that message which is so sexy on your phone, right? Admit it. Our attention span is now lower than a goldfish, and a goldfish is 7 seconds. So my point is right now, we need to create what I define as 90-day interventions, small, quick wins. And that is what we saw with Swiss. A little intervention would suddenly create a ripple effect throughout the organization. We celebrated it to everyone, saying, hey, look at this, it's possible to make a change. And people suddenly got hope, and they dared to take one corn at a time.